Hey, what's Kristi Noem's husband up to? Oh, he's up to a Z Cup? Looks great on him. Hey, this is just an absolute clown show. Kristi Noem's husband caught as a cross-dresser, embarrassing for the family. But more importantly, what does this say about him and his mind and his size selection? What does that tell you about him as a person? Stay tuned. Welcome back to the JP Rex channel, my freedom-loving friend. This is where we help spread the light of truth and freedom because truth conquers. So there's the truth that comes out of the closet of the Kristi Noem household. Her husband, or is it wife? Oh, they're Democrats. No, they're Republicans, so still husband. Got it. Her husband is a cross-dresser. He's caught on a website. We'll see a couple of the details, but more importantly, this has just made everybody's day on the internet. The Noem family is getting appropriately roasted. It's great. Here you can see, this is Kristi Noem's husband. She was the head of the Department of Homeland Security until she recently stepped down / got fired / they knew this was coming out, so they got rid of her. Whatever the deal is. High-ranking official in the Trump administration. This is her husband. What the hell is going on in the minds of these elites? They're all sick as hell. They are. I'm laughing. It's terrifying. It's also funny. And of course, the memes around the internet are wonderful. Here you can see Marco Rubio poised up, finding out he has to be Kristi Noem's husband. And here you can see what Kristi and her husband are thinking. He's probably thinking about other women. He's thinking, I wish I had big tits. He very legitimately appears to truly wish that. Now, here's an interesting tweet. Just call it the understatement of the century. Shout out John Michael Rosh. So Kristi Noem's husband apparently likes to cross-dress and wear massive fake boobs. Fact check, pretty true. National security experts warn it could have opened up the ex-cabinet member to blackmail. Hey, everybody, someone in the government could get blackmailed. Oh, like the Epstein list? Well, no, it's not that bad. You see, he wears fake boobs. He has fake boobs? No, he just wears them. It's prosthetic. And he's in the government? No, he's not in the government. His wife is. That's child's play. These people are eating kids. That's real blackmail. For this person, John, again, shout out. I'm kind of making light of your comment here. It's very understated comment. The idea that people in the government would start to worry, we could be blackmailed over this. Yeah, the Epstein's list, this is child's play. How about worry about being blackmailed for murdering children and doing heinous things to children? Yeah, that's where they start to worry this. It's well, doesn't all of America do that? We don't. The elites do. Now, here's a fun thing. Difference between liberals and conservatives. As crazy as everybody has gotten, I would say on the whole, liberals are still crazier. It's just how it is. Now, if this were liberals, they'd be treated like a hero. Look at this brave guy. Gosh, a shame. No. We're going to publicize this. Would you keep this treasure in the closet? In fact, let's give him a position in the Biden administration. Who's that guy that's dresses like a lady and steals luggage and has the nuclear codes? Sam Brinton? He needs a partner. Let's make him the deputy luggage stealer. So this guy would have been absolutely celebrated in the Biden administration. But where I appreciate conservatives is they have shame and embarrassment about this. That's kind of healthy. Let's be honest. It's healthy to be ashamed of shameful things. Now you might say, look at that guy. He just likes wearing some fake tits. Nothing wrong with that. Well, nothing wrong with that in the sense of he's got every right to do that. That's fine. He obviously felt enough shame about it. He tried to keep it a secret. However, what I can confidently say is a healthy human psychology does not desire to do things like this. JP, are you saying that if someone cross-dresses, that they are mentally ill? Yes, that's exactly what I'm saying. Now, it's mental illness. This is not normal human behavior. It's not emanating from a healthy psychology. Now, it's weird when it comes to mental illness. It's easier to deny, and in fact, it's easier to celebrate as a virtue. Whereas like a physical illness, like it's like we have sympathy because it's straightforward. Like, holy cow, you have colitis. So sorry to hear that. Like, you shit yourself. That sucks, and I'm sorry. Like, you have tummy aches all the time. That's gotta suck. It's just a straightforward reality. Whereas mental illness, you see a behavior expressed that can be completely erratic. Case in point. Did I say eradicate? Erratic. I'm mentally ill myself. So you see an erratic behavior expressed, but you don't see like the synapses or childhood trauma that's got the wiring crossed. Nonetheless, that's my point is the guy's probably not mentally like good. And of course, rumor in DC is their marriage has been an absolute political theater for a while now, where she's apparently been known to have an affair with some other higher up in the Department of Homeland Security. We'll get back to the video in just a second, but first I want to tell you about Bond Charge's infrared sauna blanket, because we're living in a new paradigm of health where now even the common person has woken up and realized nobody's healthy by accident anymore. 73% of people are overweight and obese. We have 77% of young people unfit for military service. 6 out of 10 kids have a chronic disease. And it's not just disease you need to be aware of. It's the reduced quality of life, reduced energy that you have every day when you're not healthy. That's why I absolutely love my infrared sauna blanket. You can burn up to 600 calories in one session, flush out toxins. It's an excellent way to reduce stress, and I always sleep better. And I always keep in mind the study out of Finland that shows regular sauna use equals a 40% reduction in all-cause mortality. The infrared sauna blanket is the most convenient, affordable sauna system on the market. It's powerful, heats up quickly, cleans up quickly. I love mine. If you want to take responsibility for your health and how you feel and function on a daily basis, go to bondcharge.com/JPReacts and check out the infrared sauna blanket. Be sure to use the discount code JPReacts for 15% off. And for even more savings, you should know all Bond Charge products are HSA, FSA eligible, offering you up to a 40% tax savings. That's bondcharge.com/JPReacts. Now back to the video. She recently testified in front of Congress. She was directly asked, and she didn't say no. She just did a Pam Bondi, like really bad look in order to not say, no, I'm not having an affair. She didn't want to be perjured, nor did she want to admit to it. So she's just, the Dow, you asked me, am I having an affair? Well, what is the Dow doing? So, she's no spring chicken of innocence herself. So the rumor is, allegedly, that she lives with this other guy in D.C., of course, from North Dakota or South Dakota or East Dakota, one of the Dakotas, and her husband's living there with his fake tits and online chat girls that he pays $25 a minute to not be grossed out for their webcam sessions while he's wearing fake tits and yoga pants. So in other words, they've got some dysfunctional dynamics in their sacred union. And by the way, the political theater of like, yeah, we don't love each other anymore, but we're going to do the political theater of appearing still happily married because it's good for Kristi's career or whatever the hell. So along those lines, when she was recently testifying in front of Congress, he appeared, beside her, along, right behind her. That's this guy. He doesn't have the fake tits on, so you don't recognize him. But that's him to her left, your right, and you hear her just like shamelessly do the political theater, like, this is my husband and he's great. Just watch this.
Does each and every day to defend our homeland. I also want to take a personal privilege and thank my husband for being here too.
Yeah.
He's going to have to go catch a flight in a few hours, but I'm glad he could be here today. And then he's
got to fly off somewhere where he can put his fake tits on in seclusion and feel like himself. Now, it's great to bash on these people because they deserve to be bashed. When people, behave one way off camera and another way on camera, and they work for the American people, they deserve to be bashed. That's it's deceptive behavior, ladies and gentlemen. However, I will be real and say during COVID, Kristi Noem, as she was the governor of one of the Dakotas, she didn't fall for the COVID tyranny. She was what I would say next to DeSantis. She was probably second in line as the best governor in the United States when it came to protecting the rights of the people in her state, who happen to be Americans, and not bowing down to the tyrants that were doing their COVID pre-planned event. So credit where credit was due. She did a great job with that. And she's probably a psychotic, power-hungry elite with a dysfunctional marriage and weird fetishes that, going on behind the scenes, but credit where credit is due. Now let's check out Kristi Noem's public statement when news broke about the wearing fake tits fetish of her husband. I can't even say that without just literally getting COVID. Kristi Noem's cross-dressing husband, Byron Noem, shout out, paid online models up to $25 a minute to talk dirty to him. And he was a needy client with an unusual kink for yoga pants, according to one of the women. $25 a minute. Wow. So I should get into that industry. But Lydia Love, great name, a webcam model on the website Cam Soda, definitely remembers Noem's face, but said there's no way I could ever forget the fake boobs. Yeah, they're very memorable, Byron. Oh, and I think I was getting to, what was Kristi Noem's little PR statement. I think I interrupted myself there. Yeah, so she said, hearing this new information, you didn't know, Chris? No, I didn't know about that. Hearing this new information, her and the family were blindsided. And she asked for privacy and prayers. Should we pray that we have food to eat for us and our family? No. You should pray for me and my family and my husband and his fake tits. He loves them. Please, you little peasants, pray for all of that. Not your own lives. I'm going to buy my rent. Your lives are going to get worse. Don't you worry about that. But my life still has potential to be great. And President Trump made a comment. This is great. He was asked about it. Wow. Well, I feel badly for the family. If that's the case, that's too bad. I haven't seen anything. I don't know anything about it. That's too bad. But I just know nothing about it. Yeah, I love. Again, this is the difference between the average conservative mindset and the liberal mindset. President Trump, like, he's treating this shamefully, as it should be, saying, "Oh, that's too bad." Whereas if it was Biden, he'd be like, "Thank God for that man's bravery." Is it a man? What are his pronouns? What a brave individual. Can we get him into schools to do some speaking? Perhaps some shows for the kids? Treating it as shameful rather than celebrating something shameful. I love that President Trump is doing that. I love that most conservatives, probably all conservatives, are doing that. And hell, in this case, because the guy comes from, the conservative Noem family, Democrats are treating it shamefully as well. So tricked him into it. That's great. That is it from the Kristi Noem husband's fake tit news desk. Let me know what you think about this psycho in the comments below. And I'll look forward to seeing you on our next video. But until then, stay free.